So what's up, y'all? This is Travis and Frank.
What up?
We are doing a commentary for our Roger Waters' Is This the Life We Really Want album review.
Yeah, this was actually really fun to do because this is really like the first big project I did outside of high school because I just graduated and I don't know, I'm really proud of what we did here. I was kind of in like a creative slump, and this sort of like writing with you sort of like got me out of it.
Nice.
And I've been doing great ever since. But yeah, the idea of David and Roger pretty much being these divas.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
mostly, I don't want to take all the credit for it, but like this little bit here I wrote.
Yeah, this was mostly your idea on the because you hit me up. I was just planning on doing a short little 5-minute album review on this, and then you hit me up saying, "Hey, dude, let's do a crossover on the Roger Waters album." I'm like, you know what? That's a good ass idea, because like you just said, I was in a creative slump as well. Like I neglected the monster shows and just album reviews in general, and was just posting easy ass vlogs and shit. And I'm like, I need to this right here, help me. We want to do more of them. And
yeah.
So
I'm sorry, I just look like a fucking doofus right there. But I tried to make the invisible touch a running gag with you now because that album review cracked me up so much because I happen to like that album.
Yeah.
And you tore it apart, so I just sort of wanted to make that a running trope that somehow I'd always squeeze in invisible touch.
Man, that album would be dog shit if it wasn't for those 3 or 4 songs that are like really good. Domino.
Yeah. And my only gripe about this review is that I think when we cut to me like actually talking to the camera, I should have done something where I didn't sound so loud.
Yeah, dude, like that was my thing. Like it didn't sound too bad when I was editing, and I really should have just leveled us out a little better, because I could have turned your volume down, but your volume was just loud enough. At least it sounded like it, and I normally got to turn mine up, and I turned mine.
Well, the problem with me is that like right now my voice is normal when I'm doing this recording about Roger Waters, because I'm doing this in front of my computer. If I flub a line, I could just go back and re-record it. I'm not used to really I haven't talked physically on camera in a really long time, so I was sort of out of my element. So weirdly enough, what worked was the louder I talked, the more I got the lines right.
Oh, but yeah, dude, I was glad that you did the editing and all that on the little introduction to Pink Floyd and all, because like that's a part of these videos that like takes forever. And
this took like a day or two.
Yeah, and it's like, oh man, sometimes I'm like, when I'm making one of these videos and I'm having to chop up all the footage and make sure that everything's not long enough to get hit with a copyright, it's like, God, man. But I figured out a trick. Shitty quality live videos work a lot better than anything from like music videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you can play a lot more of like a live video as opposed to a music video. I won't have to chop it up as much.
Yeah. And what's it called? I didn't want to get like too political when I talked about Roger Waters, but it's kind of hard not to.
Yeah.
But pretty much because I get the feeling like some people wouldn't really get what I was trying to say after this clip of David Draymond, that I'm like, the entertainment of Roger Waters is just how blatantly controversial he can be. Is because with me, I just feel like he's kind of a pot stirrer. I feel like he's kind of harmless in a way.
Yeah.
When he says this shit, like, what's he really gonna do? I mean, I know it's spreading like this sort of message, but I don't really look at it like. I just like him for the music alone, and I find his political rants just kind of humorous.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Like, it's kind of hard to take seriously just how he comes off. Like, look at that face.
Yeah, because now he's a big old naked ass on the album cover.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it just kind of sounds like a pissed off grandfather, you know, just
And it
back
works
in my
that regard.
day.
It works though. Like, I say it at the end of this review, like, now was the perfect time to get another Waters album.
Yeah, dude, it really was, man. With all the crap happening in the world today, like it just made sense.
And I feel like I was a little too harsh on this album. Like, I still really like Is This the Life We Really Want? But when I look back at, like, Radio Chaos and Amused to Death, it's like, I don't know. Like, just for some reason, this one, I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and see, I'd never checked out their solo shit, and you know, I was just always Pink Floyd or nothing, you know. And I'll get to their solo shit eventually, and well, this
Yeah,
came
I still
out.
need to get to most of David Gilmour's stuff. Like, I've really only listened to Rattle That Lock, but some of the stuff I have heard I really like. It pretty much just hits that Pink Floyd addiction, you know what I mean? That's like, if you need more and you're not used to listening to the same stuff, you know, you could go there as like a backup. I love when I found this picture.
Yeah, man, like, but yeah, these scenes right here with Roger and Gilmour back and forth, those are really damn funny.
Yeah, they crack me up. I knew when we were doing a Roger Waters review, I'd have to bust out my impression. Like, I've been doing impressions for a while, and usually people who do impressions sort of, like, go with the usuals, like they'll do Schwarzenegger or Christopher Walken. I'm glad I got my Waters impression down, because it's a really unique one to do that no one really would think to do. And a lot of people tell me it's actually pretty spot on, so I'm glad they actually hear Roger Waters in there.
Sweet.
Because some other people say I kind of sound like Stewie Griffin, which is also funny.
Yeah, it could be Roger Waters doing Stewie Griffin. Like you could throw in that
His fucking face.
Yeah, it was hard, man, trying to find pictures that sort of matched what their emotions were during the phone calls. Yeah, you had a picture you told me you wanted to use in that one scene, but I could not find it anywhere, man. So I used that real pitiful, sad looking.
Yeah, it worked better actually. And I loved mixing in these Roger memes. Like, that picture cracks my shit up. Just, what the fuck was that?
See, yeah. Cut to this live footage here.
I'm supposed to be seeing Roger live in September. Hopefully it actually, like, goes through well, because he ran his mouth again, and now my local Jewish community, like, wants him banned. So
damn.
That gag cracked me up when he just cut to fucking Captain Hook with the gun to his head.
Oh yeah.
No, I feel like mixing the live footage in really works, because some of the movements I do, like, in the live action stuff, I was like, look at that shit. Sometimes I over-emoted like Shatner, so putting the fucking like footage over it, like, really helped.
Yeah, you know, I use it as sort of a, I guess I could say as a crutch, because it's a lot easier for me to say part of my lines and then just look down and read them. And
yeah, you'll see, like, I'm not really good with eye contact to begin with. I'm kind of awkward, so I tried to stare at the camera as much as possible, but you'll see, like, my eyes drift off sometimes. It's just what I'm used to doing. And then at the end, where I was holding the album, I literally had, like, my lines written down on a big piece of paper, because I couldn't memorize it all in one take, so I'd start looking down.
Yeah, so, like, I'll say what I need to on camera, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna throw footage over here. And I used to do that back in the day, but I would have a picture pop up, and I'm like, it would work better with video footage, so there's something to see as opposed to just a picture.
Yeah. And since we were recording live, I'm like, this is a perfect time to show off, like, my little Floyd shrine in my basement with all those posters.
Yeah.
And also the Inglourious Bastards poster made it in too, so that's fun.
Rad.
But yeah, I really hope like things go well with the Waters concert, because looking at this, like, I'd love to see this live with the big visuals and stuff like that. Like, this is what I call a concert.
Yeah, man, you got this crazy shit to look at. Oh, there you go. This was pretty funny to me. That looks like a cigarette burn in that key there.
Well, I don't smoke cigarettes. It's just old and dusty. Like, I was thinking maybe you'd put over, like, the music or something like that, but the fact that, like, there's nothing coming out just makes it funnier.
Yeah.
Like, Rogers has just gone off the deep end. Also, shout out to the Ash vs. Evil Dead figures. I'm like, hey, collect it.
Yeah.
No, dude, I could, like, look at your background for hours. I'm like, I can only wish to have that much shit.
So it just keeps getting bigger too. Yeah, that right there. I love that part at the end of that song. And I'm like,
yeah, and look at this album cover too.
Dude,
fucking, like,
they got some rad album covers. They got some rad freaking album covers. But yeah, it's almost identical to that, man. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I mostly use it as a joke because, you know, there's going to be millions of songs in the world that are almost identical. And so I like to just point that kind of shit out on our show because, you know, if me and my brother and I, you know, ever since we were young, we'd be sitting around listening to albums and we'd be like, oh, that's the riff to so-and-so. What the fuck? So I just kind of carried that over into this show whenever I notice it, because, you know, I'm sure there's others that I haven't caught on to.
Yeah, this is the Last Refugee we're talking about, right?
Is it?
I think so.
I think
yeah,
I had
because we got past Deja Vu with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Like, if you've seen the music video to this, it's just like a girl dancing around in some fucked up, like, apartments, because apparently she's like a refugee, and that's what I got. This is my favorite part right here. It came out so perfectly. I just wanted an excuse to say in my Waters voice the word twat and the word simpleton, because that just feels so cynical. But this is what I was getting at by, like, it kind of reminded me of, like, a student film I would make, because, like, you just make shit weird for the sake of being weird and you try to pass it off as deep.
Yeah,
but then, like, when you get older, you're just like, what the fuck were you doing? But, like, Roger never got that.
Yeah. It's so
Roger never
deep.
had that moment where it's like, maybe this means nothing.
Yeah.
And recently he released the music video to Wait for Her, where there's just, like, I had to screen cap him. He makes the funniest face when it gets to, like, the dramatic guitar part. Wow. I gotta make a meme out of it and send it to you, because it's just the perfect Waters face.
Aw, picture that. Man, this song is so badass.
It is. I really like this song. Pretty much I said exactly what I was thinking on the review, so I don't really have much to add to it. But picture that. I just really like the sound of it, the lyrics, the tone. When it gets fast, it's great. I love no fucking brains. No fucking brains.
Yeah. Imagine
a
lady.
Sitting here like, do you think he said fuck enough?
I was like, man, he is cussing a lot on this album, dude. I was like, shit.
Also, not to mention, perfect timing to upload a video. We got this uploaded on July 4th.
Yeah,
A fucking album that pretty much just tears apart America. And the world, for that matter. Just everything that's wrong with it.
We damn sure did.
What else could we expect from good old Roger?
And it was about, 2 weeks after the album was released, was it?
Yeah, just about.
Or maybe 3 or 4 weeks. It was like early June, maybe.
It was still, like, it was still good timing. Like, the album was still in talks, so.
Oh, yeah, the drinking stuff.
We had to get a drinking game gag in here. Taking straight vodka to the face.
Yeah, I just took I had like maybe a shot left in that vodka bottle, so I just took the shot and then just filled it up with water. And used water for all the takes.
This face right here. Yeah! I wish I could have found a wig when I play Roger Waters that was more gray. but I didn't have one. The only like gray wig I had was like a mad scientist wig, and I'm like, that's not Roger.
Yeah, you got this Lydia Dietz wig going on.
Yeah, I look like fucking Joey Ramone.
Yeah.
So if we ever do a Ramones review, like,
Oh, you got it covered.
yeah, exactly. I had cover in my eyes too. I should have just went for it, but
I wonder how much those ladies are getting paid to stand there and beat the tambourine.
probably a lot. That's what I was wondering. I'm like, do they enjoy this?
Yeah, like is this your? Well, I'm not the star, but I
Because
mean,
they're supposed to be. They look like clones of each other, and they both sort of look like female Rogers because they have like the light hair and the fucking black clothes. Is this the life?
oh yeah, this is the one with that Donald Trump shit, man. You know,
we all knew it was
we
coming.
knew it was coming. There was if it wasn't Donald Trump, it'd have been Hillary Clinton. It would have been any damn body.
Honestly, I would have liked it if he went with both. To be honest.
Yeah, you know, he should have like took some sound bites from some of the debates because
Yeah.
some of the crap they said to each other in the debates were hilarious.
Oh, dude, totally hilarious. And also would have made things a little less, like... I mean, this is going to be a controversial album, like, either way. Like, you really can't do anything nowadays without stirring controversy, but, fucking... I don't know, if you put more, like, Clinton quotes in there, too, it would have made things a little more even-keeled, you know what I mean?
Not so one-sided.
Yeah, because pretty much both of them are wrong, so...
Yeah, you know. Look at all that fog.
Yeah, man.
I just want to be there.
Yeah, you really picked great footage for this.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, just any live footage will do. Just give me live footage, YouTube.
Yeah, but the fog, like, especially with this song playing in the background, like, it worked well.
Bird in a gale.
I actually really fucking love this song. This was probably, like, if not my number one favorite, like, one of them on the album. And that's where I start to argue with myself, because in the end, I'm like, when I give my final thoughts, I feel like I said before, I was a little too harsh. But then I look back at the album, like, no, there are some, like, really good bangers on this album.
Yeah, man.
That's the thing, like, you may not agree with what, like, Roger says, but in terms of, like, talent-wise, like, musically,
Yeah.
like, it's almost undeniable this dude, like, knows what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though there are a couple of music cues that remind me of, like, stuff from his older albums,
Dude,
like, it's
seriously.
still good.
Like, even the first, like, the riffs on the first track are very close to Comfortably Numb.
Yeah.
But, like, to me, those are the Roger Waters chords, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, I just
Yeah,
like
exactly.
C's and D's. And
I like my
J's.
C's and D's. But yeah, Bird in a Gale was, I don't know, it's just the definition of prog for me. Just, it does everything right.
Oh, yeah, this was a boring song to me.
She may well have been the most beautiful girl in the world. Yeah, this one was, like, my least favorite. It's just sort of there.
Yeah, you know, I was like, it kind of threw me off because it's like, man, this whole album is like filled with mean-spiritedness, but then, oh, gotta throw in a song about talking nice about somebody. But you know, I have
What a
not.
nice guy he is.
Huh?
I guess it's to show what a nice guy he is.
Yeah, it's like seriously. It felt like an obligatory move. Like, oh, we gotta have this. But I have not listened to this album since we've done the review.
I've listened to it, like, not straight on, like, full through, but, like, I've listened to a couple of songs over again.
Yeah, because once you know, I kind of play it out for myself whenever we do some of these, because it's like I'm constantly listening to it, constantly thinking about it, and then even during the editing, you know, putting it in there, finding the right parts of the song, and I'm kind of like just burn out on it by the time we're done. making a video like this, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a rest for a little while now and come back to it. And so like even when we do episodes like on albums that are horrible, like when we did POD a couple years ago, Jesus Christ.
Which song are we up to now? We're on Smell the Roses.
Yeah.
The Cranberries gag was good. We got away with 2 Cranberries references in this. I feel like no, 3, because I said in Broken Bones that the composition reminded me of like some early Cranberries. So, I don't know, maybe we're hinting at something.
It's a possibility. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
I'll defend that song.
Hey, it's still better. Oh yeah, this was pretty rad. It's still better than that Up in the Sky.
I'll defend that song too.
The birds are so high.
Hope you never grow old.
It's like, you know she's singing about her fucking kid on that one. It's like, shut up, the kid's gonna grow up. Jesus Christ.
I kind of like that song, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, like I really feel like this threw off the flow of the album, that it was like The Most Beautiful Girl should have came before like Wait for Her, and we could have gotten an even longer suite, because
yeah, it
from
probably
Beautiful
would
Girl
have
to
fit.
Wait for Her, like the concept seems they're both about a girl, but when you have Smell the Roses in between, it's like you're going back to the political stuff, so it's like,
Yeah.
I get why they put it second to last, because it's sort of like the last song before the encore, but
Yeah. It's like we gotta say some more mean shit before we get to the final bit.
and that was the first single he released, and I was happy with it when it came out. Like,
Yeah.
it was the perfect song to release as a single, because it was the most like Pink Floyd sounding.
I dug the shit out of it, man. Dude, I love this bit right here.
Frank. I just love showing off my posters. I made sure to switch my shirts too, that I'm wearing a Dark Side of the Moon shirt, but Roger Waters loves his own work, so he's wearing the Wall shirt.
Yeah. Don't say I didn't warn you.
That wasn't in the script. I improvised that just because I felt I looked so creepy in that fucking corner. That they might as well just walk off and leave like the shot hanging for a while.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, like that doesn't make it okay. I love when I turn around and just walk off, like I just give up halfway through it, walking backward.
Yeah.
Fuck this. What the fuck? That, like, what else could you say if Roger Waters just walked in and did that? I'd be like, is that fucking Roger Waters? But yeah, Wait for Her was a good track.
Yeah, man, like these last 3 songs were really, really good.
I can't explain where the fuck I was going with that bit. Why I put on that voice. I'm just...
I don't even remember a voice.
I was like, me boy, you girl.
Oh yeah, what the fuck? That was pretty funny. I guess it was supposed to, accentuate the dumbness, like
That
use
fucking
that.
face again, Roger. What's going on with like your fucking Stallone jaw?
I'm a great grandfather, and I'm up on stage singing.
Yeah, good for him that he can still do this shit. You know what I mean?
Dude. Because you know what my grandparents were doing at his age? Fucking sitting on the recliner, bro. And dying.
He doesn't sit on the recliner. He sits in a nice chair with the fine Chardonnay by the fireplace. But yeah, I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but this might be his last tour, and that's why I really do hope I could see him, because like after the Wall tour, he said I may have one more in me. He also said he might bring back the Wall show if like the wall between Israel and Palestine went down, but I'm like, after all the controversy you stirred up, there's no way Israel is ever letting you play. Like, they would not at all let you play. Part of me died. When I first saw that was one of the names of the songs, I was just thinking, oh god, is he becoming a scene kid? A scene grandpa? A senior citizen?
Yeah, scene paw.
Scene pa. But yeah, it's pretty good. Out of the three, though, out of the Wait for Her, Part of Me Died, wait. It was Oceans Apart before that. So no, I like Part of Me Died since it's the last one. Oceans Apart is the one I sort of like zone off at because it's just really quick.
Yeah, Oceans Apart, I don't know why he broke them up into separate tracks. And
I guess because he likes the illusion of concept albums, how they just sort of meld together.
It made more sense to keep it at one complete piece, like the old days, man. Like even Yes did that a couple years ago, man, with their album Fly From Here, where it was a big fucking like 20-minute, 25-minute suite at the beginning of the album, but it was broken into like 6 tracks. I'm like, really, man? You guys could have left it together and it'd have been a nice throwback to the old days. What are you doing?
I guess because nowadays the attention span of people have been going downhill.
You're not lying.
So it's like a 20-minute song. We can't have that.
But it's like, here's the thing. You're fucking Yes. You're not getting played on the radio. The people with the short attention span, they're not buying your shit, Yes.
Well, now with the rise of the roundabout meme from last year, a lot of people are listening to that song again.
That song is so rad.
I remember when I was watching this review because I was showing my brother and we got to the Bird and the Gale. I'm like, smoke it if you got it because this song's rad. He just started laughing. He's like, did you say rad? I'm like, well, because I didn't want to repeat words. Like, how many times could I say this is great?
Yeah,
this
dude.
Is good. But yeah, this is also your longest review, right?
Shit, I think it is. I think it might be.
I made the joke where it's like, I really know how to drag things out. Because then you recently shared it again on the Facebook page recently. And my mom took a look at it. She couldn't even get through it. She's like, I enjoy what you guys do. Maybe don't curse a lot. But, man, it went on for really long. Like, I couldn't even get through it. I'm like, sorry. Like, I was just sharing how I feel.
Dude, this right here. All right, you do something to this record right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I fondle it. Yeah, I'm making love to a lot of records in this review.
It's like, I'm saving you for later.
Hey there, is this the life we really want? And I added in the Tool line too. And I forgot to ask, with this flute, is this a Willy Wonka reference?
I have no idea, dude, because I was like, it was like, am I gonna push a button? I don't know. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll summon him with a flute. So, this was your bit right here. The all in all, you're just a dick with no balls. Look at their fucking faces. And then it was my idea to have fucking Sid Barrett
come back from the grave to speak some sense into them.
Oh shit!
To no avail. No, but I think the pictures you chose really worked.
Yeah, man. Like I said, that was some of the hardest shit I had. I was like, man, I gotta find pictures of them looking pissed, snarky, and
it's not hard to find a picture of Roger Waters looking snarky.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was easy to find Roger Waters, but as far as David Gilmour, I was like, yeah,
David's a happy guy. He likes what he does.
Frank Del Vecchio.
Travis Jones, written and edited by Travis Del Vecchio.
Del Vecchio.
Del Vecchio. Al Pacino. Pink Floyd, all these songs. Roget Waters.
What?
Roget Waters.
Oh, dude. Fucking.
So it's Rajay Waters.
Fucking typos. Yeah, typos in the credits there.
I never noticed Rajay Waters though.
Oh fuck, I'm awful.
Now, what was that song that was playing during the credits? Like, is that like something on your SoundCloud?
What is it? I can't even.
It was like a little rap. It was like sitting on a boat.
Oh.
That was like the Roger Waters song that I used to what is
that? Yeah, that's shit we've done, man. Called Trick Squad, and it's like sort of a parody of like trap music.
Yeah.
And fucking, we were just like, we made this track called "Sipping on a Burr." We got a couple tracks, and this is some of the most ridiculous shit, dude. I don't know if any of it's on the SoundCloud, but I have been wanting to do more.
So then the last thing there, a little bit I put in at the last minute is that I wanted to put in as much references as possible. So I'm like, what if fucking Sid Barrett wanted to go see Gerald?
Yeah.
And since he's dead, he might as well call heaven the great gig in the sky.
Totally. He's gigging it up in the sky, man.
With Gerald, who's gotten kind of old, but he's a good mouse.
Hell yeah.
But that wraps up the Monster Meets FTV, Roger Waters, quotes, "Is this the life we really want?" End quote, album review.
Yeah.
Had to go all official on there.
All official. And
this is the revival of Monster from the studio, pretty much, and I'm happy to see more coming soon. You're working on the American Idiot review, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to be filming the episode tonight when Zach and Josh swing on over. And
that's gonna be a good one.
Like, you know, in a way it is kind of a revival, but it's like Zach even made the joke. He was like, Monster in the studio has just kind of become a seasonal thing, and I'm like, it kind of has. We'll do for Christmas and Halloween and like a fucking the top albums of the year or whatever, and like that's mostly it. It's been. I'm like, man, I need to do more, man.
Yeah, well, as long as I'm around, like to push you, like, because now Primus has an album coming out too, and I wanna review that one.
Yeah, that would be pretty fun. That would be pretty fun.
That new song was pretty good, but what was I just about to say? Shit.
That.
Okay, I lost it, but pretty much I had a lot of fun doing this review, and I'm glad to be along for the ride.
Yeah, the shit was pretty rad, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. Be on the lookout for a new episode of Fresh from the Basement here in a minute, and we'll see you guys later.